Welcome back to the gun dungeon, guys. Sitting there cranking out some 300 blackout. These are using a 110 grain Varmageddon bullet. Good looking little round. As you can see there, pretty. I like that black tip on them Varmageddons. But the topic today is going to be how I see the gun world moving forward in a post-Trump win election now. And what I mean, I'm not really talking about legislation or attacks on gun rights. I don't think we're going to see much of that anytime, at least in the next 2 years. But what I'm talking about is more like cost, availabilities, things of that nature. And what I predict that if you think that the slump before COVID, when everything was dirt cheap, manufacturers were trying to give away guns, pretty much, very low cost for ammunition, AR-15s were a dime a dozen. That was a good time to be a gun guy because you were getting stuff dirt cheap. That was back when, 9mm, 223, 5.56, 7.62 by 3.9, all those, you could buy it so cheap that it was kind of dumb to reload it. I didn't reload 9mm or 5.56, 223 or 7.62 by 3.9 then. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't load because everything was so cheap. I don't load much 9mm now, and it's not so much because the factory ammo is cheap. It's because primers are expensive. So I got to kind of decide, is it worth it to blow through the components that I bought for a good price if I'm going to have to replace them for the $80 1,000 primers that we have now. I bought these back when it was $35, $40 1,000. So I don't load a whole lot of 9. If I do, it's like premium stuff, like gold dots or something like that. But as far as just range 9mm, I don't really load a lot of that. I just buy it. But I think we're going to run into another time period. It's not going to be good for gun manufacturers, but it's going to be good for the consumer. Because I think people are going to settle in. I think, pending some stupid move from the left causing some sort of uprise or chaos or something like that, or some sort of attempt to block him actually taking the presidency, barring anything like that, any outside interruptions. I believe as far as the 2A community goes, we're going to settle into some peaceful times for the next couple years, and we're going to start to see a lot of these costs drop, especially if we start seeing an end to these wars that are taking place internationally. And if those start coming to an end, there's more of a chance that we're going to get lower prices on ammunition, components, things of that nature again. Because that's affecting it at least marginally, if not by a great bit. It's at least marginally affecting that type of stuff. So, we've already got Trump won the election. That's already taken place. I think we're going to see some good times as the 2A community coming soon. I think we're going to see good prices, a lot of availabilities. And what that does too is that forces manufacturers to be innovative. It forces them to create something that drums up desire to purchase, because the desire to purchase a bunch of stuff thinking that it's going to get taken away is not going to be there. So they're going to have to get innovative. They're going to have to get creative. They're going to have to come up with either really, really good deals or something really new and pushing the edge of something, they're going to have to do something. The sales are going to start going down. And when that happens, prices start going down. So that's just my prediction coming up. I'm curious to hear what your all's prediction is. I think as a 2A community, I think we're going to be sitting pretty for a little while. At least 2 years. That's just my prediction. Possibly a really, really good chance at least 4 years of sitting kind of pretty as far as no pending attacks on our rights, no pending legislation coming down the pike that's going to be assault weapons bans or nothing like that. We might as well just go ahead and say assault weapon bans are dead federally. They are dead, or at least in a 2-year coma, possibly 4-year coma. So that's what we have to look forward to coming up, and I hope we have good prices and drops in prices on components and ammunition, firearms, and the whole 9 yards. I believe we're going to see it, and I'm pretty excited about it. So let me know your all's thoughts down below, what you think's coming, what you think is going to happen in the next 2 to 4 years, pending no craziness coming, which, you know, that's very likely to happen. I don't put it past the left to do something completely radical at all. I mean, I wouldn't even open my mouth in shock. It would be just I figured if they did do something stupid. So be prepared for that as well here between now and, you know, January sometime. Who knows what's going to happen. I think they actually just arrested, oh shoot, there it is. I think they actually just arrested, as I'm recording this video today, the guy, a little Chinese guy at Mar-a-Lago, Trump's residence, for trying to break in. So that happened today. So that's just a little taste of some of the stupidity to come. I know they've already tried to kill him at least twice, possibly 3 if you count the one in California, where the guy was busted with guns he shouldn't have had in California and a fake ticket to get into Trump's rally. I would probably count that as an attempt, just postponed or delayed before it ever came to fruition. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys see coming. I am optimistic about it. I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm pretty optimistic about the gun community and our 2A community having good times coming up. I'm not optimistic that Trump will take the White House smoothly. I'll just leave it at that. So I don't put anything past radical leftists. Let's hear y'all's thoughts. Till next time, guys, stay tuned.